This brutal money murder mistake is costing one-on-one coaches up to $9,000 clients or appointments every single day. And if you are a copywriter, a marketer, or even a coach yourself, I'm going to show you how to fix them in 10 easy steps. Actually make a fuck ton of money and have clients chase you or your clients instead of you chasing them. Then stick around until the end of this video because it's going to be worth it. By the way, these are the same 10 easy steps that I used to take one of my old clients from 0 appointments to 66 appointments worth over $160,000. As you can see right here, this is the date when we launched everything, and this is the day when we finished everything. So it was little less than 47 days. Now, if you cannot stick around and you cannot watch this video completely, you're not gonna make it. So most people that have a link in their bio believe that it is just enough to push content every single day to social media, put a link in their bio, and just take people to either of these three websites: a Calendly link, Typeform for fitness coaches, and also an app. But the truth is that this right here is killing their appointments. Exactly, people, whenever they come to your Typeform, are only seeing your face if you have your face, the phone number, email, and okay, the red dots is like what people see whenever they are on the website. So this right here, this right here, this right here, and also this here. Let's imagine I got to your content as a first-time viewer, right? So I like your content. I'm into fitness. Let's go with fitness because that's what I specialize in. But let's imagine that you're a fitness coach. You're uploading content. This is a back workout. I'm into that. I want to get a bigger back. So what I'm going to do after watching this is I'm going to check your link in bio, right? The first thing I'm going to see whenever I click on it is this: create the body that you want. That doesn't tell me anything. I just see the price. You're trying to take my money, but I'm not going to give you my money. Like, I don't even know you. I don't know why I should trust you. Because remember that most of your traffic is gonna be cold traffic, people who don't know who you are. And so if you expect to take people's money that easily, then they're not gonna put their names, they're not gonna set a time to book a call here because they don't know exactly why they should put their information here. And so remember that people on the internet are very skeptical. I want to give you an example. If you go to a random website and the website is asking for your credit card information, your CVV, would you put in? And be honest. Chances are, if you're pretty smart, you wouldn't do this because you don't know what you're gonna be paying for. And so the same applies for these people. Believe it or not, only 8 out of 10 people are gonna read a headline, if there's any, on this website, and the rest of the people are not even gonna read the rest of the website. And so you're gonna lose them. But here's the easy fix. This is exactly what I implemented for one of my old clients to take them to $160,000. This is what I call the 10 traits of a powerful marketing message. And so I'm going to break down exactly every single one of them that hopefully once you apply, you're going to make a fuck ton of money, even more than $9,000. I've seen them working wonders. So number one, we have ultra specific promises and benefits. The reason people need ultra specific promises and benefits is because nobody wakes up saying like, I want to buy anything and everything today. They wake up thinking a specific things like, I've been stuck at the same weight for 6 months. I posted 43 videos and nothing's going viral. Or even my email list is growing, but nobody buys. Those are real things that people wake up thinking of. Remember, only 8 out of 10 people, if they read something, is going to be your headline. So that's why I suggest you have a headline in your website. So when your headline makes a promise that speaks directly to your buyer or to your dream prospect client, it cuts through the noise like a knife, and actually they feel that whatever you put in that website is for them. So now let's compare two generic promises like get fit fast and grow your business online, or in the worst case scenario, create the body that you want, or master content creation. The reason they don't work is because your reader has heard and seen this 1,000 times at least. It sounds like shit. It's not gonna work. But if you're a specific, this hits different. And so let me explain why this works so well from a psychological perspective. Ultra specific promises do three powerful things. Number one, they create intrigue. Lose 7 pounds in 21 days without running. People are gonna be like, wait, how? I've never heard that before. This is the 100th sales page that I've been on, or the 100th Calendly link I've been on, and I've never actually heard of this before. Is that actually possible? Then it also builds credibility because it feels real. It feels like something that has actually been done before. And so remember, if you are vague, it's too easy to forget. Like, get stronger. What the fuck does that mean? But now if you say add 25 kilograms to your squat in 12 weeks, that hits in a different level. Then we have painting a mental picture. Whenever you are specific with your promises, then people can actually picture in your mind, add 25 kilograms to your squat in 12 weeks. They're going to be like, okay, I actually see myself doing that. And so the more specific, the more vivid the picture is going to be, and the more vague the claim is, the more fog is going to be, meaning people cannot visualize it. When they can see that goal clearly, they're 10 times more likely to want it, more likely to buy from you. And so there's a few mistakes you need to avoid whenever you try to be specific. Don't appeal to everyone. If you want to help everybody, you help nobody. Nobody cares about your coaching calls, dude. But if you turn that feature into an outcome, that's going to be different. So instead of saying 5 coaching calls, I'll help you break your plateau by week 2 or in 10 days, that's going to be different because you're telling people what they actually want. Nobody cares about you. Always remember that. Here's how you do it right. So number 1, you're going to start with a clear outcome. Like, what do they want exactly? Lose 10 pounds. Do 10 pull-ups on Assisted. Land your first $5,000 client. Add 5,000 followers to your Instagram, Facebook, whatever the social media is. Then you need to add a time frame, 30 days, 6 weeks, by the end of the first month, in 24 weeks, in 24 days. It doesn't matter. As long as you include a time frame and it is an actual realistic time frame, it's gonna make the goal feel doable. Meaning it's gonna create urgency and people are gonna feel more reassured that it's actually possible to achieve. Also, use a unique method, something that in marketing we call a USM or a USP. It is the thing that makes your thing unique. Using an antiviral loop method, is it gonna be without cutting carbs or doing cardio while eating bread? Then you need to tie it into an emotional benefit. What does the outcome mean for them? Is it finally feeling confident without their shirt off? Is it seeing their notifications blow up overnight? Is it never feeling stuck again? Is it? And once you put it all together, it should be something like this. Lose 7 pounds in 21 days without cardio, so you finally button your jeans without sucking in. Here's the promise, and here's the actual benefit. You have your promise and how that promise is going to help your customers. Add 30K to your squats in 8 weeks using this 3-phase progression. That's a USM. Without wrecking your knees, why makes your product or your service so different than the other million coaches online? So the next one would be land your first $5,000 client in 30 days, even if you don't have a big following, even if you don't have money, even if you don't have business experience. So you see how different that is. And so if you're worried that it sounds too good to be true, you need to address that in the headline. Yes, I know that sounds crazy, but I've done it before. I helped 17 other people just like you without doing cardio, counting, or waking up at 5 a.m. Here's how many of those people I've helped. You need to make sure that the promise you're making is not too good to be true, or is not absurd, like it's not outlandish claims. Stay away from those. Make your promises actually very accurate. So how do you make sure that you're writing or you're coming up with stuff that's unique? You have to ask yourself the following question. Could 1,000 other people saying the same thing? And if the answer is yes, then you need to cut it. And so you need to get it clearer. You need to get it tighter, and you need to get it in their head. Because when someone sees your headline, hopefully they should say, wait, this is exactly what I've been looking for. And that's going to make them almost buy, almost click. I swear to God. It works like that. It's so effective. So number two we have right here is define timeframes. Your audience don't want just the results. They want to know, how long is it gonna take? How long is it gonna take me to make $5,000 a month? Those are the questions that people usually have before they buy something. You always have to remember that most people that are trying to buy your product or your service or the thing that you're selling, they have tried it before. They've been stuck for months. They have tried programs, diets, coaches, strategies, whatever it is, but they haven't got any luck at all. If your headline includes a defined time frame, it instantly solves that doubt. And so this is gonna build trust and it gives them hope. You won't be stuck forever. In 30 days, you're gonna lose 5 pounds of belly fat. In 30 days, you're gonna make your first $1,000. You see how different that is? And so the reason that this works psychologically is because number one, it reduces the risk. It feels structured and doable, like very achievable. And instead of you saying, join this training program, with this claim, it just feels like people are gonna be shooting in the dark with no proven results or no guarantee whatsoever. The second reason that this works so well is because when you say 21 days, they can actually picture the time frame. Like, okay, it's April the 18th now, so by May the 9th, I'll look and feel different. That visualization locks them in. Point number three is it triggers urgency. Lose 5 kilograms is pretty big, but if you say lose 5 kilograms in 30 days, that's let's go. Some common mistakes that I've seen a lot of business owners and entrepreneurs do is not giving any time frames at all, just like vague promises. What I was telling you, like lose 5 kilograms. Okay, but how long is it gonna take? Unrealistic timelines with unrealistic results, like lose 30 kilograms of belly fat in 3 days. Like nobody's gonna buy that. And remember, the more outlandish the claim, the more skeptical people are gonna be. Just try to always offer stuff that is actually achievable, because you always want to ensure your or your client's reputation, because that's the only way they're gonna make money. Don't make the deadly mistake of burying the timeline. Don't hide it in a paragraph 9. Just put in the headline, the laziest way to make $1,000 in just 20 days. Now you have everything together. Here's how you can use the timeframes without sounding sleazy. Here's a 3-step simple framework that you can use. First, you have to start with the result. What outcome do your prospects or your clients want right now? Is it finally break a plateau, start making $5,000 in sales every month consistently, getting their first 100,000 view post? What is it? Then you're gonna find the first sign of progress. Engagement doubles in the first 7 days. Your belt fits looser by day 1. The sooner you can show them results, the more committed your clients are gonna be to sticking around with you and your product. This is gonna become your anchor. Number 3, you need to wrap it in a time frame. 14 days, by day 7, the next 30 days, in the first 3 weeks, combine them. And now when you combine them, it's gonna sound something like, feel your glutes activate in 7 days, no heavy lifting needed. Get your first sale in 21 days. You can be always more specific than this. Get your first $1,000 sale in 21 days, even with a tiny audience. See your first viral post by day 10 with this simple loop. This is as specific, this is fast, this is believable. And so here's a bonus for you. Use timeframes that stuck, like week 1, feel your score activate. Week 2, drop your first 3 pounds. Week 4, notice your clothes fit better. Week 4, see definition in your apps. That simply. Now, I know what you might be saying, like, what if I can not actually get those results that I'm planning? Just go with the average. If you have experience, go with the average of what's working for your previous clients. Like most clients start losing 1 pound of belly fat by week 2. Make the promise about progress, not the perfection. If you don't have any experience, under promise and over delivering, instead of you saying like, I'll get you 20 clients, just go with 4 clients. Because if you promise 20 clients and you only get them 4 clients, then you're gonna look very bad. But if you say 4 clients and then you get them 20 clients, you're gonna look pretty good. If you do this right, you're gonna make your offer feel real. Point number 3 is gonna be a unique system. This is gonna differentiate your product from whatever they have tried in the the past. So your audience had already tried dozens of things like random workouts, the bro split workout. They have also tried copy paste TikTok tips that really don't work. They have also tried the fat diets. They have tried every possible diet on earth. So just be aware of that. And marketers have tried the same generic marketing advice over and over again. So they're tired of hearing that. So when they land on your page, your mindset is going to be, look, I have already tried everything. Why should I believe you? And that unique system answers that question right away, because it tells them like, hey, this isn't just another cookie cutter thing. This is different and this actually works. It's telling them the reason you fell before isn't because you suck. It's because you were using a broken system. Actually, mine is different. This is why it will finally work for you. Here's how you can explain it so they believe you. Number one, you have to give that system an identity. People trust whatever has a name. For example, the 5x5 progressive loan system, the anti-algorithm growth method, the 3-phase growth blueprint. It feels exclusive. Number two, it triggers that this is new info that I haven't tried filling. Also, you need to explain that backstory, why you created it. Like, I developed this system after working with 50 plus clients who used to be broke, not being able to make not even $100 in sales, but with this system, now they're confidently making up to $3,000 every single week in sales. Or after working with 50 clients who plateaued in their squat strength, I noticed 3 common mistakes and I built a system that fixed all 3 for them. This is not just a framework, it is something that you've lived and tested. So it creates that instant credibility, meaning that you now can actually start charging higher prices than your competition, because this is not longer a commodity. This is something unique. This is something special. Then point number 3, you need to break it into phases or steps, because remember, a structure gives that trust, that confidence to your clients. Phase 1, neuromuscular activation. Phase 2, low tolerance. Phase 3, volume-based growth. Explain why it's different and compare it to other stuff. Like, most glute programs fail because they don't teach you how to actually feel your glutes working. Or 99% of market advice tells you what to post. This method tells you why post goes viral and how to engineer that so you can duplicate virality over and over and over again. Number 5, give a snapshot of the method. Like, here's a screenshot of the meals that this person followed in module number 2 to go from overweight to now lean with whatever it is. You're going to find a lot of skepticism, but here's how you can actually destroy that skepticism before it even shows up. You're probably best doing this in a VSL. You're probably thinking, sure, another method, I get it, I think the same, but this is in theory. It's something that I built from real problems that I saw in real clients. I've used to help 50 people, and once you see how it works, it is gonna make sense. This is gonna turn resistance into agreement, because you're showing your clients that you understand them better. Whenever you're trying to sell this to your clients, you have to show them why it is unique by walking them through the name of your system, the origin, like why you created it, what the structure is it modules, how many modules does it have, the difference, like why your product works and why the others don't, and proof that this actually works. If you don't have enough proof to show that it works, you should give a guarantee that's pretty solid, like, hey, I'll help you lose 10 pounds of neck fat in the next 90 days. If it doesn't work, I'll actually give all your money back, plus I'll pay you $10,000 just for wasting your time. Just like that. If you don't have the proof, you need to at least have a pretty strong guarantee. And so when they see all these 5, they won't think, oh, this guy has a system. They'll actually think, oh my God, no wonder nothing else worked. This is what I've been missing. Here's why people need to see the higher self reflected in your copy. Your audience doesn't just want to get fit. Your audience doesn't just want to get the money. They don't want to grow their business or lose weight. They want something else. What is the reason I want to get more money? Why is that I want that? And so most of the times it's going to be because they want to look in the mirror and feel proud. They want to actually feel they're in control of their lives. They want to be able to post without overthinking if this is going to work or this is not going to work. Most people don't buy your products to fix something. They want to become someone. Like, I'm tired of hiding. I'm tired of being broke. I want to walk into a room and own it. I'm done feeling average. What are those things that they are feeling every single time? When your headline or offer speaks to them directly, to like that future version of themselves, you just hit them in the heart. You give them the permission to believe in something bigger and gain the trust. And so here's what this does psychologically. So first, it creates an emotional tension, like the gap between who they are or who I am versus who they want to be. And that tension fuels that action. Also, the reason that this works is because it moves them out of the problem mode. Instead of they focusing on what's wrong, they start focusing on who they want to become. And whenever they know they can become something else, they have now become problem aware, and now they just need to become product aware, that your product can help that problem that they have. And chances are, if you do this correctly, they're gonna buy your product or your services. Also, this makes your product or your service unique. When you sell the ambition, you just stop being another trainer, another fitness coach, another guru. You become a bridge between what they currently are and what they can become. And as I said before, this allows you to charge even more money. I'm talking about $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 just per person. Here's some common mistakes I see a lot of business owners making. And so they're writing headlines without painting that better identity. Lose weight is just like, bruh, people have heard that many times, but feel like the strongest person in the room, that's powered. You are picturing that for them. So don't assume that people want to make money because they want flashy cars from Rolexes. Most people actually want something else, like confidence, being able to take their families out for dinner, seeing them happy, having a great time together. Like if that's your niche, if that's what you're going for, just remember that people don't only care about materialistic stuff. Don't make the mistake of forgetting to emotionally name that identity shift. Instead of saying look fit, say be the one who turns head in silence, or be the one who turns heads whenever you go to the beach. That makes them feel something. They can visualize. Use this 5-part framework to appeal to that aspirational identity. Number one is going to be start with the internal shift. Like ask yourself, who do they want to become? Who do they look up to? Who do they want to become like? And not what they do, but how they see themselves. For example, the person who never second guesses posting. Then we have the strongest person in their social circle, the person their family looks up to, the calm leader everyone turns to, the creator with presence, not just content. So that is the core ambition. Then you need to make it tangible. Paint it in a way that they can actually see it. Walk past the mirror and double take because damn, you bailed it. Open your phone and see 50 plus DMs with eager to pay qualified clients. Wear whatever you want and never wonder if it fits your body. Buy it without looking at the price tag. These little details make a big dream feel real. And remember, when people feel like something is real, they're more likely to buy it. And remove the guilt of wanting more. You need to acknowledge it and letting them know that they shouldn't feel ashamed by wanting to stand out. Like you're allowed to want more than good enough. This isn't about ego. It's about finally living fully. It's not vanity. It's proof that you showed up for yourself. Like, listen, if you want an 8-pack, it's fine. It's not vanity. You're not a bad person because you want that. It's proof that you actually show up for yourself. You know that you can achieve greater things in life, and that's fine. This is gonna make their ambition feel safe and not selfish. Then you also need to tie it to your offer. Like, this isn't another 4-week workout program. This is how you become the person who never needs one again. This isn't about going viral. It's about becoming the creator who commands attention on demand. This isn't about content and strategy. It's how you finally own your own voice. Then you need to seal the deal with identity language. You have to use phrases like finally feel the person you've always known you could be, become the version of you who makes $10,000 per month and takes care of their family, and you see how happy they are because they don't have any more preoccupations. And I believe you understand the idea right now. Here's a bonus for you to mirror their inner voice to always get this right. Sometimes the best copy feels like you're narrating their thoughts. You just don't want to play the game. You want to own the room. You've outgrown hiding. Now it's time to take a space. You're not chasing likes. You're chasing a legacy. And when people read this, they're going to be like, damn, this person actually gets me. They're not trying to sell me something else just like 100,000 people out there. Ambition doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers stuff like, I want to be proud of what I see. I want to make people take me seriously. I want to stop shrinking myself. And so your job is to help them own that voice and believe that your system, that your service, program, whatever it is or offer, will finally help them get that. Because at the end of the day, they're not buying a product, they're buying access to the version of themselves, or they're buying access to that transformation. Why people need to hear your offer solves a common pain point. Your audience isn't just struggling to lose weight or gain muscle, they're fighting deeper. They're tired of working hard without seeing results. They're confused. They're running into barriers like lack of time, energy, or motivation. So when they land on your page, they don't want fluff. They want answers. They want to know, can you fix this pain that's been eating me away for years? Yes or no? If you ignore these real struggles, they're gone before you can blink. But if you hit their pain point head on, you got their attention. You're not selling a solution. Remember, you're selling a freedom from that frustration. You're selling that transformation. And the reason this works is because first, you build empathy almost instantly when you speak directly to their pain point. Also, when you show them there's a way to escape their pain, it gives them hope. It positions your offer as the only path. And as I said before, when you position this as the only way to get that result, you can afford to charge higher prices. And so here's some common mistakes I see happening over and over again, and it is ignoring the real pain. Don't get lazy with vague points that the audience needs to know. So, for example, tired of not seeing results? Nah, that's too broad. That's too generic. You have to go deeper. You have to go like, hey, Andres, are you tired of posting 5 videos to social media every single day, getting views, but still not being able to get clients consistently? So you need to go deeper. You can be too vague with the solution, which is the next problem. Like, acknowledging their pain is a step one, but you cannot leave them hanging. That's going to be a terrible mistake. And so if you say it doesn't have to be this hard, then you need to explain, okay, why is it not hard? And also that quick fix mentality, you need to get them away from it. Like, stay away from get rich quick promises or lose fat fast, because people are skeptical of anything that sounds too good to be true. And so a great example I can give you is just like get apps in 30 days. You have to be realistic, and you have to be backed up by real social proof and by real steps. So here's how you can use all of this in the headline and your offer. And first, you need to identify the deep specific pain. You need to make it personal, like tired of being the weakest person in the gym. Then you have to show the cost of not doing that thing. Like, keep doing what you're doing and you still get ignored by women in the gym. Then you need to paint a vivid picture of that freedom. Imagine walking into the gym and finally feeling like you belong. That's powerful. You also have to introduce the solution in simple terms, like this 12-week plan will make you feel confident and strong in the gym even if you're starting from scratch. You need to position your offer as clear and a simple solution. And number 5 is going to be provide social proof. And the reason they need proof is because they need to see that other people have been in their shoes before and that they have actually gotten that transformation that they're desperately seeking. After following this method, John added 30 pounds to his squat in 6 weeks. After following this method, 30,000 people have changed their squat game, or they have added 30 pounds to their squat in 6 weeks. As you can see, the more people feel again that they can achieve that result, the better it's gonna be. And so here's a bonus to overcoming skepticism, because you're gonna find a lot of it, because people are skeptical by nature, and also we've turned skeptical more than ever because there's a lot of people promising bold stuff and fake stuff. You need to always call it out before they do. You can say in your headline like, hey, here's how you're gonna be able to add 30 pounds to your squat in only 60 days. And I know what you're thinking. I've heard all this before, but why would this time be different? Well, let me explain why. What I'm offering isn't just another anti-promise. This is a solution that's worked for over 30,000 people just like you who used to struggle with this, but now they're doing this. And you can show pictures, you can show videos. And so here's the insane hack to paint that vivid pain point in your copy every single time. And first, make the pain vivid. Don't mention it. Bring it to life. Make them feel it. And number 2, show the cause of inaction, what they're getting if they don't act. Paint the future without the pain. Offer a clear and achievable solution and use social proof to make it real. Point number 6 is gonna be people need to hear your offer is for them, and here's why. If you're speaking to everyone, you speak to no no one. Simple as that. The broader your message, the more watered down it gets. And your audience isn't just a generic group of people who want to get fit. Remember, they have a specific needs, they have a specific pains, and they actually use their own language. So if you fail to speak their language and show that you actually understand them, they're gonna click off. When you define who you're talking to and you show you actually get them, they're gonna feel heard and understood. Here's why it works psychologically. When you say this is for you, wow, they get me. They feel seen, they feel heard, and ready to engage. Your audience doesn't have time for ambiguity. A crystal clear message makes you offer the obvious choice. So also it's gonna build trust. It's gonna reduce the risk because your audience knows their needs better than anyone. And so whenever you pull out their pain points and desires, they know you're not just guessing, but you're speaking from experience. This reduces the perceived risk of investing in you and your product, your offer, and they're more likely to do it. Here's a few mistakes I see a lot of people do all the time. And so it is first being too broad or being too vague with your audience's definitions, saying stuff like, this program is for anyone who wants to get fit. This marketing system works for all businesses. It's just like, it doesn't cut it. It's too general. You need to create a real connection. So you need to be very specific. This is for beginners only, or this is for advanced users only. This is for people who have been training at least for a year. This is for people who have already made their first $1,000 online. And so another big mistake is just using jargon. If your audience can't understand your language, you're gonna lose them. Simple as that. Just keep it simple. Speak words they use every day. If they say low key, use low key, and don't overwhelm them with jargon that only a niche group gets. Don't speak like people wouldn't speak. Now, don't ignore segmentation. Not everybody is in the same phase of their journey. Somebody might be inexperienced, but somebody might be a beginner. So you need to make sure that you segment your audience. You need to address each audience segment directly. Make sure everybody feels included. No one should feel like they're not being spoken to. And don't assume that everybody has the same needs, because this is a massive mistake. Every audience has different needs, whether it's losing weight, either it's gaining muscle, or just becoming stronger every day. You need to understand your audience has many different personas, and you need to speak directly to their unique needs. And so here's how you can use your clear target audience in your marketing. And first, you need to identify who you're speaking to. You need to start with the ideal persona, like the age, the gender, the income, the location, the psychographics, like what are their values, what are their fears, what are their motivations, what are their pain points, what's the type of behavior they have. Is it their beginners? Is it their advanced? Here's a few examples. This is for busy professionals who want to lose belly fat without spending hours in the gym. This system is for fitness enthusiasts tired of plateauing in their squat training. And so as bonus one, if you speak their language, you're gonna hit them on an emotional level because they feel like you understand them deeply. Your copy should only speak directly to their frustrations and their goals. Don't just scratch the surface into their day-to-day struggles. Tired of low energy during your workouts? This plan will boost your energy in just 2 weeks. Sick of joint pain holding your muscle gains? This program is designed for people with joint issues who still want to build muscle. Also, you need to be very specific who this is not for. This plan isn't for someone looking for a quick fix. It's for those ready to put in the work. This program isn't for beginners. It's designed for intermediate athletes ready to break through plateaus. Also, you need to show your solution fits their lifestyle. Your offer needs to fit their busy everyday life in case they have one. This program requires only 3 days a week, perfect for busy professionals. No gym membership needed. Do this at home with minimal equipment. And so as bonus 2, use exclusivity to drive urgency. Make them feel like they're part of an elite group. For example, this offer is only for those who've struggled with weight loss for at least 6 months. As you see, you're being very specific. So here's the insane hack for nailing your target messaging every single time. So number 1, get specific. Use their language, talk like they talk. Number 3, speak to their exact pain points, just go deep into their frustrations, feel their pain, make it clear who it is not for. Remember, exclusivity builds urgency, makes people actually feel like they belong somewhere. And number 5, fit into their life. Show them how your solution, your product seamlessly fits into their busy schedules in case they have one. When you do this right, your audience won't feel like they're being sold to, but they'll feel like you have created a solution just for them. And what happens is they'll be way more likely to engage and buy from you. Number 7 is guaranteed results or a risk reversal. And the reason people need one of these is because they're cautious with their money, especially when it comes to investments like fitness programs, digital marketing strategies, or services where the results are not certain. So the more uncertain they feel, the less likely they are to invest. And so would you pay $3,000 for something that you wouldn't know that can actually get you the results? Of course not, you wouldn't. And so these people want the assurance that if they're going to spend time, effort, and money with you, they'll get what they're promised. People start asking themselves, what if it doesn't work for me? What if I don't get the results I was promised? What if it's a waste of time and money? So if these questions aren't answered or reassured with your guarantee, they're gonna walk away. Offering a guarantee gives them a confidence to move forward. Here's what it does psychologically. 1, it reduces the fear of loss, because the more likely I feel I'm gonna lose money than gain it, the less I'm gonna purchase a service. A guarantee erases that fear by essentially removing the risk, making the decision feel safer and easier. So let's imagine I'm reaching out to business owners because I'm gonna help them gain clients, right? I don't have a name, I don't have any experience, I cannot back up my results, so I need to have a pretty strong offer like, hey, I'll get you 7 to 9 clients every single month, absolutely free. I'll run the cost of the tools. Only pay me if you see I start getting you clients. What do you think about that? Now, that's absolutely zero risk for your client. You're gonna be the one running all the risk, so it's a no-brainer. Another thing that it does is increasing the trust in you, because it shows your audience that you're confident in your product or your service. You're not hiding behind vague promises or wishy-washy guarantees. You're gonna build trust, and you're gonna show that you've worked with enough people and seen the results, meaning your system actually works. Like, people are more likely to act quickly when they know there's safety net in place. Always keep that in mind. And so also it turns that skepticism into confidence, because it tells your audience we stand behind this product or this service and are willing to put our reputation on the line. And now what this is going to cause in their brains is like, is this really going to work for me? They're going from that to, what do I have to lose? So here's some common mistakes I see business owners make over and over and over again when it comes to creating guarantees. And so number 1 is being vague. Some statements like, we offer a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. Like, it doesn't remove much risk, because if you're offering a guarantee, you need to make it specific. Like, if you don't lose 5 to 10 pounds in the first 30 days, I'll give you your money back. If I don't get you 7 to 9 clients every month, I'll give your money back plus $10,000 for wasting your time. Also, most people don't explain the terms clearly. They might be asking themselves things like, is there a catch? What do they have to do to claim it? You need to make sure that the terms are clear and simple. The fewer hurdles they have to jump through, the more likely they are to take action. Not put in a clear timeline is going to give you a lot of headaches, because an indefinite guarantee can create more skepticism actually, as it feels too good to be true. So the solution is just add a time frame. Try it for 30 days. If you're not seeing results, I'll refund you. Like, try my neuromuscular rewiring for 30 days. If you don't see you have lost at least 1 pound of belly fat, I'll refund you. That's different. So don't overpromise and underdeliver. Here's how to effectively use a risk reversal or a guarantee in your marketing. So first, you need to make the guarantee specific and clear. The more specific your guarantee, the better it works. Lose your muffin top in 90 days or I'll give you a full refund. No questions asked. Also, you need to focus on the result, not the process. Remember, people care more about what they'll get than how your system works. Nobody cares about your system. Lose 10 pounds in the first 30 days, or we'll refund you. Remove any hurdles to claiming the guarantee. For example, no need to fill out a long form. Just email us if you're not happy and we'll refund you. Also, you need to make it time limited. A limited guarantee adds urgency. Take the next 30 days to see if this program is for you. If you're not satisfied, we'll give you a full refund. Also, provide social proof and show that it works. Like John, a client who used our system, went from 0 to a 30% increase in traffic in just 45 days. He was so happy with the results that he never needed to use a refund option. And so as a bonus, I'm going to show you how to overcome the objections in any guarantee, because sometimes customer will have their doubts about your guarantee. This is the way you destroy it. I know it sounds too good to be true, but I'm offering this guarantee because I'm confident in the results my clients get. If you're not satisfied, I'll work with you to make sure you are, or you get your money back. This is how much I believe in this system. Also, explain whenever you introduce an urgency or a scarcity, like, hey, we have 10 limited spots, or hey, enrollment closes up on this day, because people are not only gonna act if you tell them like, okay, there's 10 spots left. They need to know why. And something that I like to say always in my sales pages and my VO sales is the following: hey, I only have 10 spots left, and the reason for that is I'm coaching every single person individually, and I want to make sure that they get the results that they paid for. Meaning, the more people I help, the less time I have to actually help them achieve those results. And I care more about my reputation, I care more about my clients than the actual money. So if you want to be one of those people, hurry up and schedule a call with me. Boom. I literally explain everything right there. And so a crazy tip when using a risk reversal guarantee is just be specific. Focus on outcomes instead of the process. Make it easy for them to claim the guarantee. Use social proof to show real results, and add urgency with a time limit. And so whenever you offer this risk reversal or a guarantee, you're giving your audience the security they need to make that decision without fear of losing their investment. And when they feel confident, they're much more likely to buy your products. Then we're going to talk about simplified requirements and barriers to entry. So people often procrastinate because they don't know what they need to do. They don't want to dive into something that seems difficult. So if you simplify your process, you make it easier for your audience to say like, yeah, I can do this. Yeah, this is something I can start right now. Here's what it does psychologically. People feel it's easier and more doable, and when the process is simplified, it becomes less intimidating. People feel like they can realistically succeed, and they're much more likely to get started. Also, it reduces that decision fatigue, because the more simple it is, the easier it is, and the less stress it's gonna bring to them. Also, it's gonna build that confidence, because at the end of the day, an easy to follow system builds confidence as people move through it, and every small win makes them feel like they're actually moving forward, and that fuels them to keep going. And so confidence equals consistency. Also, it taps into those quick wins desire. If they have quick wins, it gives them more motivation to keep going. And so here's some common mistakes you should avoid at all costs. And it is first, overcomplicating the process, putting like so many hoops. Just put in your credit card information and that's it. Or just try this for 7 days and you don't have to put in a credit card that easily. So setting unrealistic expectations, again, don't overpromise, because overpromising can lead to disappointment. So just set clear, realistic expectations and give people those quick wins early on to build that momentum. Like if you say, I'm going to help you lose 7 pounds in 60 days, make sure that they're going to lose at least 2 pounds in the first week so they keep going. Here's how to effectively use that in your marketing. So first, make the first step easy to take with no major commitment required. Get started with a 7-day free trial, not credit card required. Use short timeframes for results. Lose up to 5 pounds in the first week with our simple step-by-step approach. Focus on low-risk entry points. Take our 10-minute quiz to find the right program for you, no obligation. Remove barriers to getting started. Sign up and start your first workout immediately, and offer minimal commitment at the start. Start with one-time purchase and continue only if you're seeing results. As a bonus, here's how to overcome the fear of overwhelm. Just reassure them that it won't consume their time. Like just 20 minutes, 3 times a week, and you're on your way. That's it. That's simply. And so here's a few tips for success when you're implementing this for you or your client's business. Focus on a single clear first step. Use easy language that reinforces simplicity. Offer fast, tangible results so to keep them motivated, and remove unnecessary obstacles. The less obstacles, the less barriers to entry you have, the better. And just limit that initial commitment to make it feel like it's a low risk. Point number 9 is going to be action-oriented language. Here's what this does psychologically. It creates urgency because words like now, today, immediately force people to stop procrastinating and start taking action. It's just like a subtle yet powerful way of saying, don't wait, the time to start is now. And also it overcomes inertia. Here's some common mistakes I see a lot of people making, and it is being too passive, using words such as learn more at the end of their videos or in their bios. It's just like it isn't strong enough. You need to use words like get started now, claim your free trial today, book your consultation call below, book a call to speak one of our team members and see if we can help you. That tells your audience exactly what they need to do next, implying that their action will lead to progress. Click on the link below and start shredding fat in the next 8 weeks. By the way, I've seen this also as well. Don't be vague or having non-actionable copy. Phrases like consider joining us, maybe this will help, don't inspire confidence. You need to make sure you sound direct and actionable. For example, join the 30-day challenge now. That's actually far more motivating than consider signing up. Like, okay, yeah. And so, believe it or not, just because you don't want to sound salesy, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. When in reality, you're not even being salesy. You're just like being direct. So here's how to effectively use that action-oriented language in your marketing. So number one is use strong imperative words like the ones that we just talked about. Start, claim, get, join, sign up, download, blah, blah, blah. So sign up now and start shredding 8 pounds of belly fat in the next 30 days. Claim your spot today before it's gone. Also, the reason that this works so well is because first, it creates a sense of urgency. Remember, people like what they might miss out on. Urgency creates fear of missing out or FOMO, which is a very powerful motivator. When people feel like they might miss an opportunity, they're more likely to act quickly. You also need to be very specific about what happens after you tell them to do something. Like click the link below. Okay, yeah, but what are they gonna find after they click the link below? It's gonna take you to my calendar link or my Calendly link where you're gonna be able to select a date, a time to speak with me or my team. So the reason this works is because you're being clear, you're giving them a specific calls to action to remove that ambiguity. That simply. You also need to keep the action simple and easy to follow. If you have a complicated process, you're gonna lose a lot of people in the way. Please highlight the benefits of taking immediate action, like act now to get 20% off your first order, sign up today and start seeing results in just 7 days. And those immediate rewards make people feel like they're making progress right away. Here's a bonus tip to overcome fear of commitment. The reason people don't take action is because they fear commitment. To overcome this, you can say stuff like start today with no obligation. If you're not satisfied, cancel at any time. That's going to take the pressure off of them and it's going to help people feel like they're not locked into something they can back out of. And that's simple. Always, to be successful implementing this in your copy, in your products, your services, use a strong imperative verbs that tell your audience what they need to do. Create that urgency by highlighting limited time offers. Be specific about the next steps they need to take. Simplify the process so people can take action easier and quicker, and highlight immediate benefits. And that's it. Number 10, you need to mix curiosity with clarity. Curiosity is the most fundamental psychological trigger that humans can experience. It's just that feeling of something is out of reach, something is worth discovering. So here's what curiosity does psychologically. So number one, it engages their imagination, because remember, curiosity naturally triggers the imagination. So when they're curious, people start forming questions in their minds and imagining possibilities. Then it also builds anticipation, because you're telling people like, this is gonna be so valuable and here's a sneak peek. You're not giving everything away up front, but you're giving them enough to make them believe that something worthwhile is coming next. And that's gonna keep them hooked without that overwhelm. Because remember, if you give them too much mystery, it can feel overwhelming. But if you give them too much clarity, it feels like there's nothing left to uncover. And also that curiosity is going to encourage immediate action, because you're not going to leave people hanging. You give them a clear path to action, whether it is signing up, clicking to learn more, or just getting involved. Here's some common mistakes people make when they're trying to be curious. Don't be too mysterious. Don't be too vague, because remember, it's just like you're going to lose people. You're going to lose their interest and they're just gonna click off. So instead, just provide enough clarity to explain the value or benefit they'll get, but don't reveal everything at once. Like instead of saying this is the method that changes everything, you can say this method shows you how to go from plateaued progress to 50% more muscle growth in 30 days. Or this brutal mistake is killing your $3,000 or $9,000 clients, and here's how you're gonna be able to fix that with 10 simple steps very easily. Don't be too transparent, because again, you just like give everything away, and you need to keep some mystery so you keep people engaged. And so for you to combine curiosity with clarity effectively, you need to give a taste, not the whole meal. You need to tease your audience with just enough to pique their curiosity. Usually you can do this with things that they have experienced that are bad, or things that they want that are good. Always remember, people are trying to get something they want or moving away from something they hate. So this could be a benefit like, hey, I'm going to show you the lazy way to make $1,000 from your bedroom in the next 30 days. This brutal mistake is costing you $10,000 clients without you knowing it. And the worst thing is you're making this every single day. I'm going to show you how to fix that right now. But first, let me tell you this. And boom, that easily. Discover the one habit that can double your bench press in just 3 weeks. Or what if I told you that you could grow 3 inches on your squat in 30 days without adding extra weight? So that's what I mean. And so the reason that this works is because you're giving a benefit, but you're not giving everything away. People want to know how this is possible. And then the only way for them to get that answer is by watching your video or whatever it is. So be specific about the outcome, but be vague on the method. So sell the what, not the how. This isn't your typical diet. This is the one that turns everything you thought you knew on its head. And so also you need to ask intriguing questions and make them think, like, why are 90% of people getting their workouts wrong? Keep watching to find out. And the reason this works is, again, you presented an open question that people need that answer to, and the only way to get that answer is by watching your content. Number 5 is use secret language, like words such as secret, unknown, hidden, crazy, insane, little known. All of this works like magic. This hidden truth about fat loss that gurus don't want you to know. The secret method to hitting new PRs every week. Here's a bonus tip to avoid overpromising but promise transformation. So it's important that when you build curiosity, you don't oversell. You need to offer a genuine promise that feels attainable. For example, you can say this method has helped countless clients lose 20 pounds of belly fat in 3 months. Find out if it's right for you. Or this Amazonian workout split is helping over 30 people lose 20 pounds of belly fat in little less than 3 months. Find out if it's right for you. And again, remember, it cannot be only the transformation of the benefits, it can also be their pain points. A tip to help you get this right every time. This is a benefit without giving away the full details. You need to position the outcome clearly, but leave the method a bit mysterious. Then you need to lead your audience with questions that they feel compelled to answer, and just offer transformation, not just the information. If you learned something useful today, I hope you did, because this is information gurus are charging you thousands of dollars for, and I just gave it completely for free. Subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.